Your website is very much like a tripod. It has three very distinct legs
Like
that
a
if you knock
tripod.
one out, like a tripod, exactly. If you knock one of these legs out, your website's not going to do very well. The first leg is your branding. Arguably, probably the least important in my opinion, but still important, right? The second leg is going to be your maps optimization. That's Google Maps optimization, because on Google, there's three things that determine where you rank in the Google 3-pack, in the Google Maps. It's location, proximity to the searcher, relevancy, how relevant are you to what they're searching for, and prominence, how prominent is your website. So maps, we can use our website to optimize for relevancy. How relevant are we to the thing that they're looking for? And then the last side is CRO. So conversion rate optimization. Because here's the thing. If you have a website that looks great and Google sends you tons of free traffic, but nobody picks up the phone and calls you, what is that website worth? Unmute yourself and tell me.
Nada.
Nada. It's not worth anything, because at the end of the day, you have a website to get phone calls and to get clients. So if you have a website that is super optimized for website for Google Maps, but doesn't convert for anything, it's worthless. Right now, let's reverse this. Let's say this website is the most optimized converting website you've ever seen on the face of the planet, but Google hates it and doesn't rank you in the Google 3-pack, so you don't get any free traffic whatsoever. What is that website worth now?
Nothing.
Zero, nada, zilch, right? So we have to make sure that we take care of the branding. We have to make sure that the website is optimized for Google Maps, and that it is also designed so that when someone lands on the website, they are going to be inspired to pick up the phone and call you, right? Now, let's talk about conversion rate optimization. These are some things that you need to make sure that you have on all websites. The first is you need to understand the difference between benefits and features, right? I'm going to come back over to this camera here, guys. So features tell, benefits sell. So what does that mean? That means that on your website, you need to make sure that you are talking about the benefits of hiring you, not about yourself. Everything that you do should always be talking about them. It should not be talking about you. Who should it be about? Unmute yourself and tell me. Who should it be about?
Them and not us. Them, not
Exactly.
us.
It should be about them, not you. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, let's say you needed to. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Who here loves traveling? All right. Everybody who loves traveling. Do you love the airplane ride to get to the destination? I hate driving to the airport. I hate parking at the airport. I hate taking that stupid train from the parking garage to the terminal. I hate going through TSA. I hate standing in line to get an overpriced Starbucks coffee. I hate the entire airport experience. Right now, but I can't get to the destination if I don't take the plane, right? Now, let me ask you a question. If teleportation was available, would you ever fly in an airplane again? Unmute yourself and say yes or no.
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 Exactly,
Yes.
because nobody wants.
Depends on how it works.
Well, let's assume it's safe, right? Nobody wants the airplane ride, right? Nobody wants the thing. Everybody wants the benefit. Right? Everyone wants the benefit of being where they're trying to go, right? So that's what you have to think about. You have to think about what is the end result that your ideal clients want, and how can you convey that that hiring you is the absolute best chance that they have to receiving that result, right? So that does not mean that you need to talk about how many verdicts and settlements you've won. That doesn't mean that you need to focus on being AV rated and that you're a super lawyer and all that type of stuff. That should not be the main focus of your website. It's part of your website, but it shouldn't be the main focus, right? So your headline should always be a benefit, and then below that, you can have it supported with features about you that give you a little bit of credibility. Think about, once again, the video format. We did a really big hook that gets their attention, that talks about why are they going to benefit, right? And then a little bit of credibility just to keep them interested, just to let them know that, okay, you actually do know something and you should watch, right? So that's one of the most important things. Now, the next thing you want to think about is social proof. Social proof is so important, because if people knew who you were and trusted you already, then they would really not have an issue, right? But most of the time, people don't know who you are. So they have to rely on what other people say about you and what other people's experiences have been. That is why social proof on your website is very, very important. You need to make sure that you are giving testimonials and video testimonials especially. Social proof is super, super important, right? It makes people believe that if they had a good, if other people had a good result, then they're likely going to have a good result as well, right? So that is why it's so important. Now, video testimonials are one of my favorite ways to get social proof, and you can do that using Zoom. All you have to do is interview clients on Zoom and ask them 6 questions. I'm going to tell you, these are the questions that you ask, and when you ask these questions, you're going to get absolutely amazing testimonials, and you can just record them on Zoom. Just do a Zoom meeting and record them. First question is, what was the problem that you had before you hired our law firm? Second question is, why did you pick us over all the other law firms out there? Third question is, what did we do for you? Fourth question is, what were the results? Fifth question is, as a result of these results, how did these results impact your life? And then the sixth question that you're going to ask, and this is where you get all the gold, is you say, is there anything else that you'd like to add? By doing that, you are going to get an absolutely amazing testimonial that tells a story that has a beginning, a middle, and end. It talks about how it not only the result they got, but how that result actually impacted their life. And then what you can do is you can take that video, you can send it to that same video editor who's going to edit your YouTube shorts and Instagram stories and all that stuff, and ask them to just chop it up. And now you've got amazing video testimonials that you can use on your website, right? That is the way you add social proof to your website. You can also take screenshots from your Google ads, from your Google reviews, and all that type of stuff. So conversions is a huge part. Now, there's a lot of other stuff that we do for conversion rate optimization, and it's just even little things like on your contact form, adding a little padlock, just certain things like that are much more likely to get someone to pick up the phone and call you, because picking up the phone and calling you is very, very, very important.